Activision is looking to take down the whole CRONUS ZEN manufacturer. They are done. It's crazy because these days you can go into your nearest GameStop and purchase a whole cheating device. The CRONUS ZEN device has brought so much joy to cheaters while bringing an equal amount of frustration to non-cheaters on Call of Duty. And this has led Activision to take up arms against the CRONUS ZEN manufacturer. I'll reference this article from Ryan LeMay with Insider Gaming, titled "Activision Wants to Take Down CRONUS ZEN Manufacturer for Call of Duty." Activision has currently threatened to take legal action against the manufacturer of CRONUS hardware if it doesn't stop selling external devices that allow Black Ops 6 and Warzone players to cheat. And in case anybody watching has never heard of a CRONUS ZEN, I'll enlighten you. It's a small but powerful device that permits users to almost maliciously modify their controllers and use macros to alter things in-game, like recoil and aim assist. They're basically commonly used by ill-intentioned Call of Duty players just to gain an advantage. The CRONUS ZEN device can easily be plugged into a console or a PC, and not only does it alter the mechanics for aim assist and recoil, there are scripts that have mods to convert semi-automatic weapons to fully automatic weapons, basically being able to aim better and push weapons beyond their limits, and most certainly provides an unfair advantage. Activision believes that CRONUS ZEN devices pose a serious threat to the Call of Duty community because they're relatively inexpensive and they can be purchased at retail stores. Charlie Intel recently reported Activision has sent a cease and desist letter to the manufacturer of CRONUS hardware in an attempt to stop the company from selling their devices to Call of Duty cheaters. Also, in a Ricochet anti-cheat update blog, Activision confirmed, "We have delivered cease and desist demands to several companies that create and sell these products and will take them to court if necessary." Now, CRONUS, they have yet to respond to the cease and desist demand, but it looks like Activision has no intention of backing down. It wasn't too long ago that Sony took matters into its own hands by releasing a system update that blocks CRONUS devices from working, and now it's Activision's turn to respond. Ryan LeMay with Insider Gaming recently reported that Warzone is cracking down on cheating in Season 3 Reloaded with new Death Widget features. The new Death Widget update basically helps Activision determine any wrongdoing. It says here, the Ricochet anti-cheat team provided an update on efforts to prevent cheating in Warzone, including an improvement to the Death Widget that will make it easier for players to determine any wrongdoing. It goes on to say in Season 3, Warzone added a detailed death recap that provided more information about how you were eliminated. The feature shares if an enemy has pinged you, if you were revealed on a minimap by a UAV, and also shows if firing an unsuppressed weapon exposed your position to nearby enemies. And all of this information not only helps you determine whether a player should be reported, but also improves your gameplay by teaching you what mistakes to avoid next time. Activision expanded upon that feature in Season 3 Reloaded to make it even easier. And these are some of the changes the Ricochet anti-cheat team released. In the first bullet point, affected by heartbeat sensor. It indicates whether or not the enemy detected your position with a heartbeat sensor. Next bullet point down, battle shield on teammate. It indicates if your position was revealed by an enemy who has a teammate in an active body shield. Following bullet point, affected by resurgent marks. Indicates if your position was revealed by a teammate who died in a resurgence game mode. Next one down, affected by prox alarm. Indicates if your position was revealed by prox alarm tactical equipment. And the last bullet point for the new Death Widget update says affected by most wanted target. Indicates if your position was revealed by opting into the most wanted contract. Capping off this snippet, it says knowing these details will also make understanding why you were killed easier. Now I want to be clear here because these additional features are Activision's way of having the entire player base join in on the fight and war against cheaters. So if you die in game, you guys will be able to readily identify any wrongdoing. Something else that I found real interesting with these new updates, Activision recently announced that 150 cheat resellers have been shut down or rendered their software ineffective. It was also revealed that on average, new accounts are banned within 4 matches when they choose to cheat. All of these changes make it seem like they're really pulling out the big guns, helping to make it easier for active players to report any wrongdoing or if they see cheaters. The devs also previewed a new replay technology that examines clips to determine if cheaters are moving faster than humanly possible. Now we all know cheating will always be controversial, but these updates are most certainly a concerted effort to help mitigate cheating. Now I wanted to dive a little deeper on the new replay technology. says here, Team Ricochet has been developing updates to its advanced video replay technology for some time to weed out wall hackers. That's like one of the most annoying things that you could experience on Call of Duty. Players cannot even see the enemy that's killing them. The article goes on to say this approach uses clips captured by Call of Duty's replay investigation tool, an internal tool to watch any completed match using captured and stored game data to determine the probability of suspicious gameplay using machine learning. It says with its sus score determined, that information is currently elevated for review for human validation. This update ramps up our investigation speed while rising the worst offenders to the top of our review process for faster enforcement. So now there's basically a system in place through this replay technology that adds a score to suspected cheaters. The higher your sus score, the easier and quicker it is for Activision to take action removing or banning players. Using this replay investigation tool, it captures clips from across Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty Warzone, but they say they see the bulk of its power in examining ranked play in multiplayer and in Battle Royale. For players, it's unbelievably frustrating to be bumped off the leaderboard by a cheater. But with this replay investigation tool and its advancements, in addition to other major detection systems, the technology is zeroed in on the ranked play experience. And mainly because Activision understands the high level of frustration being bumped off the leaderboard by a cheater, they are now offering skill rating refunds. Cheaters caught by the replay investigation tool and this update are flagged for human review. Any confirmed cheaters, they'll be banned. But in addition to that, all players in a ranked play lobby invaded by the cheater will be refunded skill rating points. The replay investigation tool will offer like a suspect score. After that suspect score gets high enough, that individual player will be flagged for human review. If they're confirmed to be cheaters, they will most certainly be banned. And what they're basically saying here is they'll review everybody that cheater has basically affected. And then they'll offer you guys a refund of your skill rating, which I think is just super dope. I really like that Activision even takes this into consideration, because playing against cheaters is a turnoff for players who have no intention of cheating. Offering players a refund of their skill rating, it builds integrity of the brand while also building the trust of the player base in the game that they're choosing to spend their time on. For those of you new here to All City 2, this is my second channel. My main channel is based primarily in NBA 2K content, and I can't even begin to tell you all of the ways in which the CRONUS ZEN and CRONUS ZEN scripts have affected gameplay development on NBA 2K games. In an effort to combat cheaters, the NBA 2K development team completely revamped gameplay. To help you guys understand, I'll give you a brief example. When shooting the ball in NBA 2K, you are given a shot meter that has a green window in it. Green meaning that you have excellent timing on your shot and you will most certainly hit that shot. Because of the CRONUS ZEN and scripts that allow players to auto green or auto excellent their shots, the 2K development team thought it was a bright idea to shift that excellent green window in a multitude of directions, unknowing to the player base. This means that players are no longer able to use muscle memory to time their shots. And these excellent timing windows can shift in any direction up to 47 milliseconds. And because of the effects on the NBA 2K player base, the gameplay is completely changed and is turning off a lot of NBA 2K players. The 2K development team just didn't understand how to handle the CRONUS ZENs and the scripts that are made to auto green. So for me personally, I have a vested interest in how Activision approaches this whole situation and shutting down the manufacturers of the CRONUS ZEN, because if they're successful, this might in turn change the development process for one of my favorite games, NBA 2K. As always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this stuff, so share them in the comment section below. If any of you guys are new here, drop a like and drop a sub on your way out, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.